Hi ladies, it's Dawn and I'm here to do a collaboration video today, and I'm really excited because I'm collaborating with Jdee, and I know that you all probably know who Jdee is. She's my really good friend here on YouTube. She's in the green clean beauty community as well. She's beautiful, she's blonde, she's southern, and she is just so sweet and welcoming on her channel, and she's so knowledgeable. She tries a lot of products that I don't try or haven't tried. She has some higher end products, and there's a lot you can learn from her. So anyways, if you haven't been to Jdee's channel, I hope you'll go over there after this. I'll link it below in the description box. And if you've come to me from Jdee's channel, thank you for coming, and I hope that you'll stick around. My name's Dawn, and I am a 50-year-old green beauty vlogger, I guess, here on YouTube. And I'll try to bring you clean, green alternatives to conventional makeup products, or sometimes I even use conventional makeup products. So you'll get a little bit of everything, but mostly clean and green here on my channel. So if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you probably know that I love Juice Beauty. It is my HG skincare products, and I love so much of their makeup. And this is just a small sampling of Juice Beauty products that I've purchased with my own money. And this is my skincare in here. And I just love the brand so much. So Juice Beauty had reached out to me to ask me if I'd like to try any of their makeup products or skincare products that I haven't tried already. And I was thrilled because you know how I feel about Juice Beauty. It's a green beauty brand. It's here in the United States in California. They are USDA certified organic, and that takes some hoops to get through to get that kind of certification. So they are certified organic farms. They harvest their botanicals, fruit and vegetable pigments and things like that from. And they are also EWG verified from the Environmental Working Group in terms of the safety for our environment and the safety of their products to your body and your skin. Their products are hypoallergenic. Most of them are fragrance free, and it's just a wonderful brand. I've made several videos about them. I'll link them below, but this one is not a sponsored video, but I was gifted 3 of the products that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So let's just get right into it. And the product I asked them to try, first of all, was an eye product. It's skincare. I love their green apple emulsion and their green apple serum for my skin, and so I didn't have the eye cream, and my holy grail eye cream is the Stem Cellular eye cream from Juice Beauty. So I asked them to send to me the green apple brightening eye cream, and they did, and I've been using this for about a month now, and it's another HG product. I'm not going to be really reviewing this today, but since I'm talking about eyes, I thought I would share with you that this is what I'm using around my eyes this summer, and I'm really pleased with it. So the next thing that they sent to me were their Jelly Eyeshadows, and these are a cream-based eyeshadow, and they come in these little tubes like this. And I was really excited about this because Juice Beauty doesn't have a lot in the way of eyeshadows in their makeup range. The eyeshadows that they do have are incredibly natural, which I like, but I wanted something a little more dramatic for an evening look, and so these really fit the bill. And so they sent all 3 of them to me. They have 3 of them, and they retail for about $24. But if you get them at Ulta or get them or subscribe to the website, you get 15% off. And so I think that's a decent price for a high-end makeup brand. I would pay that, you know, if I buy Tarte or Urban Decay or Too Faced. So I didn't mind, even though I didn't pay for these, I wouldn't mind repurchasing them. I do, however, wish that the bottles were a little bit bigger. This is the size, and so they're really tiny. The lid is as long as the container that holds the product. So that's the only qualm that I really have. So this is, I'm going to swatch them for you, and this is my favorite. I've been using this one all the time, and you could probably, I don't know if you could see through it. I've gotten through quite a bit of it already. This is in the color Sangria, and this is how it swatches. And these have jojoba oil in them, sunflower seed oil, and they are not oily though. They do not feel oily. They feel creamy, and they also have plant-based pigments rather than synthetic dyes to pigment them. Okay, the next one is Prosecco, and this one is really gorgeous. It's a champagne color. And that's what that one looks like. And the last one is called Mimosa. And it looks like this. And this one is more of like, I guess I would call it an orange. And these two are my favorite. This would be really great on women who really prefer a warm eyeshadow look. I have used it and it did look pretty on. I just typically don't wear a lot of orange eyeshadows. So Sangria and Prosecco are my favorites. And that's how they look. And today I went ahead and I used the Sangria. It's more of a purpley toned color. The consistency is gel. Like I said, they're pigmented with plant-derived pigments, no synthetic dyes. They are very sheer but buildable, and they have a pearlescent finish to them. It's not really a shimmer and definitely not a glitter, but they have just, it's a little reflective and it's really, really pretty. They are hypoallergenic, fragrance-free. They're good for all skin types, and are particularly good for mature women because they don't show a lot of texture on your eyelid, and they also don't flake or have like any little micro particles that can get down into your eyes. Like if you have dry eye or if you're a contact lens wearer, I think these would be really, really great for someone like that. They're very long lasting. Once you put them on, they don't go anywhere all day long, and they don't feel tight. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you can use a cream-based eyeshadow, when they dry down, they feel a little bit tight. These don't feel tight to me at all, and they don't crease no matter how long I have it on. If I have a 10-hour day, they will look just like this at the end of the day. You know, they'll just stay put exactly as they are. They don't fade. They really don't come off until you wash them off. And so anyway, these are the Jelly Eyeshadows. I think they're beautiful. I'll definitely be repurchasing the Sangria for sure, and probably the Prosecco, the champagne colored one when I run out. I think they're really great. Okay, the next two products I purchased with my own money, and one of them is the Juice Beauty Ultra Natural Mascara. And I was reluctant to purchase this for a long time because I didn't like the word ultra natural. When I think of my eyelashes, I don't want them to be ultra natural. I want them to be voluminous. I want them to be pigmented. I want them to look longer. I want them to be lifted and curled and all that. So I did watch some videos about it. Ultra natural just means that they used ultra natural ingredients to pigment and create this mascara. And it's a beautiful mascara. It has a really beautiful spoolie brush, and the formula is a little bit wet, but not so much that you make a mess all over your eye when you're applying it. It has some thicker and thinner bristles as you go up and down the brush, so it grabs onto smaller lashes and really pulls them up and pulls them in with your longer lashes. It's really great for adding volume and separating. If you used conventional makeup in the past or still do, I would compare this to the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara in terms of its performance and the way it feels when it's on. It kind of softens. My eyelashes don't feel stiff and hard, but they look very voluminous and lengthened and separated. So I really like this mascara. I'm really glad that I went ahead and gave it a chance. It's a big tube and it should last me a long time. I usually keep my mascara around for 6 months unless it dries up or I get through it sooner than that. But anyway, this should last me, I think, about 6 months. And that's probably about the shelf life too on a natural mascara. Okay, the next thing I purchased is the Juice Beauty, and this is their Perfecting Concealer, and I got mine in the color Buff, which is the second to lightest. And it looks like this. I had read a lot of reviews about this prior to purchasing it because I didn't really need another concealer, but I wanted to review the mascara and the concealer for you along with the eyeshadows because I wanted to give you a complete eye look. And so it got great reviews. The only complaint that people said was that it would sometimes feel a little bit like you have to warm it with your fingers. Mine's really new and I don't see that being the case right now, but I imagine after I have it for a while, it might kind of, you know, get a little bit dry on the top and then I'll have to warm it with my fingers. I don't mind doing that. It's a very, very creamy consistency, and I have it on right now, and it really brightens my under eye very much. And what I've been using it for is to brighten my under eye, and then I also like to put a little on my hand and use a brush like this. And I've been really practicing hard to create the perfect winged eyeliner. And this has been really helpful because I use this little thin edged brush and I get a little of the concealer on it. And then after I make my wing, I just sort of clean it up. And I've also been playing around with my eyebrows. I'm trying to get really good at doing my eyes and my eyebrows. And I do the same thing. I'll just put a little concealer right beneath my brow like this to clean up any mascara, any eye gel or anything that I have on, any eyebrow gel. And it leaves a nice little it brightens up on my brow bone, and I really like it a lot. I have no complaints, no qualms with this whatsoever. They're newer products, so I will keep you updated. I have them for a while to see how long they last, if they do dry up, if there's any complaints that I have. Now, one thing I will say is that if you purchase Juice Beauty, you'll need to get it at like your Fresh Market, Whole Foods, places like that, Sprouts. Ulta sells it, I believe Bloomingdale's sells it, and I think Macy's sells it as well. You can also order it online. But I was telling you this because when I go into Ulta, they have a plethora. I think they have the full range of Juice Beauty skincare and makeup. But I've noticed that in my Ulta, it's a clean organic brand and they don't swap it out soon enough. So when I was going to purchase this, you know, they have the sample colors sitting out and they look kind of dry because they've been sitting there for a long time. And I smelled them, and some of them smelled like they had turned. So they had been there a very long time. I did say, finally, I noticed this for a long time, and it was kind of bothering me. And I thought, well, maybe they don't realize and they'll eventually change it out. But I did say something to one of the sales clerks at my Ulta. I said, you know, I told her how much I like Juice Beauty, but I feel like they're not going to really sell it with these kinds of samples sitting out, that they really need to change them more. She just was kind of like, okay, I'll pass that information on. So we'll see if they change it. But if you go into Ulta, sometimes, you know, I know you're not supposed to, but I'll actually, like when I wanted to get this, I didn't want to look at the gross sample that was sitting there 100 years old, all dried up and smelling bad. So I did open up, I looked at the color I thought I wanted, and I opened it up and I looked at it, and it looked good. I didn't stick my finger in it or anything, and then I did buy that one. But you know, you don't want your customers coming in and opening the products that other people will be buying, but that's what I had to do to make sure that I had a good color match. So anyway, just to say that if you go to Ulta, make sure that they don't judge the products by the ones sitting there. So anyway, if you buy a lot of natural makeup, you'll already know this, but if you're new to clean green makeup, it might kind of alert you a little bit like, you know, when you're at Ulta looking at their products, if your Ulta is like mine and didn't swap them out soon enough. So anyway, these are the products I wanted to share with you today. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you decide to try some Juice Beauty products. I think that you won't regret it. It is my, like I said, my HG skincare and makeup brand, and I think they do such a great job keeping us protected from toxins and keeping our environment protected from toxins and things that we don't want into our water and our soil and things like that. I hope that you liked this video. I hope that you will go on over to Jdee Next. And again, thank you if you came from there. And I hope you all have a very blessed and beautiful day. I'll see you next time.